Ever have your kitty gently plant a bean-filled foot right on your arm and wonder what on earth they are thinking? Sure, it is cute enough to break the internet, but beneath the fluff, there is a profound message most folks completely overlook. In fact, it is arguably one of the heaviest emotional cards your feline can play. React poorly, which, let's be honest, most of us do, and you might accidentally shatter a fragile bond they were attempting to build. Let's decode the secret language of the paw. First up, they want something, but they have too much dignity to beg. Picture this. You are eating dinner, typing an email, or zoning out on the sofa, and suddenly tap. Here is the deal. Your furball has a request. But unlike dogs, who will whine, bark, or practically inhale your personal space, cats operate with a lot more finesse. They opt for the tap. That velvet touch is the feline equivalent of a polite cough or a gentle pardon me. It is calculated, it is precise, and historically speaking, it is weird, because cats were never designed to chat with humans. Take meowing. That vocalization, it is basically a custom software update installed specifically to manipulate us humans. Out in nature, adult cats almost never meow at one another. But the paw reach, that is a whole different story. They lifted that move directly from social interactions with their own kind. It represents a low-stakes signal meaning, hey, I am present. I have a need, but I am not going to be a jerk about it. The real kicker, though, is why they singled you out for this gesture. Your cat does not go around tapping random strangers. If they are using the paw instead of screaming at the top of their lungs or knocking your coffee mug onto the floor, it means they trust you to get the hint without the drama. But here is the nuance. That soft contact isn't always about kibble or head scratches. Sometimes it is the opening line of a much heavier conversation. It indicates a depth of confidence so subtle that most pet parents are totally oblivious to it. Stick around for the end, because that revelation might just flip your entire perspective on your pet. Moving on to number 2. They are slapping a sold sticker on your forehead. Ever ask yourself why they don't just headbutt you if they want love? Why use the foot? Well, here is a biological fact that flies under the radar. Your cat hides scent glands right inside those toe beans. So, when they firmly plant that mitt on your skin, arm, or leg, they are doing a lot more than just making contact. They are branding you. It is territorial behavior, sure, but not in a get-off-my-lawn kind of way. It is actually wildly affectionate. It is their way of looking at you and saying, this human, I own this one. It is possessive love at its finest. They are depositing pheromones that scream to every other animal in the vicinity that you are spoken for. Let that sink in. Every time that paw lands on you, they are conducting a mini ceremony of possession. You are not just the staff who opens the cans, you are their person, and they want the entire neighborhood to know it. And cats are incredibly snobby about who they brand. They do not go around claiming trash cans or mailboxes. They tag their most prized assets, that sunny nap spot, the good chair, and yes, you. So next time you feel that little foot on your bicep, wear it like a badge of honor you have been chosen. And hey, if this is clicking for you, smash that like button and subscribe.
Well, this is certainly a development.
It helps us find more cat servants who are desperate to decode what their overlords are actually saying.
I am honored by this furry burden.
Point number 3. They are making sure you haven't kicked the bucket. Have you ever been dead asleep, only to be startled by a paw mashing into your nose or sternum? You probably thought they were being a pest, or maybe just demanding breakfast at 4 in the morning. But the reality is, they were likely conducting a pulse check. It sounds like a soap opera plot, but it is true. Cats are obsessed with motion and biological rhythms. When you go comatose on the couch, you stop broadcasting the vital signs they are used to tracking. You go silent. You stop twitching. To a predator, that stillness is suspicious, so they launch an investigation. That weight on your ribs, they are trying to feel your lungs expand. That jab to the cheek? They want a twitch, a grunt, anything to prove you are still functional. Experts call this a wellness check, and it is a deliberate move. They generally reserve this service for their VIPs. You won't see them checking the pulse of the cable guy. They are auditing the life signs of their food source and emotional support human. So before you get grumpy about being woken up by a furry slap to the face, take a beat. In their stoic little way, they were genuinely panicked, and that touch was just them verifying that their favorite human is still online. Number 4, they picked this up from mom. Why do paws equal communication in the feline world anyway? Who taught them that? The answer lies way back in their infancy, when your fierce hunter was just a blind, helpless nugget. They were totally dependent on their mother. One of their very first instincts was to rhythmically press their paws against her belly while feeding. We call it making biscuits or kneading, and while it helped get the milk flowing, it served a dual purpose. It provided a sense of warmth, security, and total well-being. But here is the really interesting part. While most felines stop needing their mother's milk, they never shake that deep emotional attachment. That rhythmic kneading motion gets locked in as a way to self-soothe. So, when your full-grown kitty rests a paw on your arm, they are channeling that primal kitten mindset. You have effectively stepped into the maternal role, a safe harbor where they can finally drop their defenses. That explains why some cats will need your lap briefly before instantly settling down or slow blinking at you. The physical contact flips a switch for relaxation. It signals their brain, I am with my safe person. Number 5. They are asking you to stick around. Ever catch your cat resting a paw on you the split second before you decide to stand up? It is like they possessed a crystal ball and knew your plans before you even moved. The truth is, they did. Cats are master observers of body language, spotting tiny physical cues that humans completely miss. The slight weight shift, the muscle tightening in your thighs, or the change in breath rhythm right before you mobilize. Your feline spots every single cue, and when they reach out to touch you right then, they are filing a formal request. Please stay. It is not about being clingy or needy. It is genuinely one of the most sincere compliments a cat can pay you. They have memorized your routine. They detect when you are about to exit the sofa, the bed, or the room, and instead of just watching you go, they intervene. This is huge because cats aren't exactly famous for wearing their hearts on their sleeves. They are usually stoic, independent hunters. They act like they don't need anybody. So when they explicitly ask you to stay, even with a silent gesture, it is significant. Number 6. They are effectively stating, I trust you with my life. Imagine if a casual tap from your pet carried that much weight. Remember when I mentioned some paw touches indicate a profound bond, a level of faith so deep that many pet parents miss it entirely? Here is the deal. When a cat leaves their paw on you, completely limp and tension-free, they are overriding their hardwired biological programming. They are intentionally lowering their shields. Consider the essentials of feline survival for a second. Agility, stability, and the readiness to sprint instantly. Having all 4 feet on the floor means they are battle ready. But lifting a limb to rest it on you, that cuts their escape efficiency in half. They are saying, I don't need to flee. Not when I am with you. In nature, that kind of behavior could be a death sentence. A predator catching them off balance on 3 legs would be fatal. Yet, your cat isn't worrying about self-preservation right now. They are focused on bonding. It is the ultimate sign of confidence in you. It is not a trick for treats or just being cute. It is them choosing your company over their own safety instincts.